What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review on an Anker Soundcore product. This one is the Rave wireless party speaker. I ordered this on Amazon for $200. I'm going to start off by saying this is quite possibly one of the best Bluetooth speakers I've ever purchased. And you're going to find out why in this video. So starting off, I'm going to show you the box and some of its features, and then I'm going to show you the speaker itself and talk about my use of it. I've had this exact speaker for the past 4 months and I've been using it a lot and I love it. Obviously, it's a pretty big box. First thing you see is it's party proof. You see some water splashing and 160 watts of power. So that's already pretty impressive. Let's look at the top of the box. Right here they say colossal stereo sound of 160 watts, bass up technology, 24 hours of playtime, which that's phenomenal for a speaker like this. Power IQ charge out. We'll talk about that when we are looking at the speaker itself. Water resistant IPX4 rating, so it's strictly just resistant. Say you're having a party or a bonfire or a tailgater and it starts raining, I would be confident that this speaker is going to be okay in the rain. By all means, have a pool party with it, but just don't drop it in the pool. It's got LED lights for a beat-driven light show and a Soundcore app that you can put on your smartphone or tablet and control a bunch of cool things on the speaker itself. Here's another cool thing is you can connect multiple Rave speakers, and then there's also whoa. That's like the same thing, isn't it? I guess the stereo pairing means like you can set a right and a left for like stereo sound, which that's freaking awesome. Dual phone connection, which is just you can connect 2 different phones to it at once, so 2 different people can switch back and forth playing music without having to disconnect and reconnect. And then there's indoor and outdoor sound modes, which I actually just discovered today. It's pretty cool. I'll have to show you. And then 2-way positioning, so it can lay on its side like this or on its bottom like that. So inside the box there's not much really. The speaker's not in there right now, but I think it kind of just comes in this. It's not the highest quality packaging, but I think this stuff is made out of recycled material, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, the speaker's in that plastic bag and then put in between those crates. Here's the charging cord. It's not super long. It's a good 3 feet long, and plugs into your wall. And then it's I forgot what these are called, like a AC, I don't know. These are pretty typical kind of plugs for bigger speakers like this. You're not going to get a micro USB or a USB type C. Anything like that. You need a heavier duty cord because these have a lot bigger batteries, a lot more power. This one is the warranty, which I believe is 18-month warranty from the factory, covering defects. And then right here's a quick start guide. Alrighty, so here is the speaker itself. Let me back the camera up so we can get a better view. Here's the speaker itself. It's got 2 drivers that I believe are 5.5 inches, and then there are 2 tweeters which I think are 1.5 inches each, one right here and one right here. You got this center strobe light, and then once I turn it on you'll see there are lights around the drivers and around this whole outside, which are really sweet. Soundcore branding right here. This is a plastic build with some kind of a metal grill cover over the drivers, which is actually pretty stout. If you push in the middle, it doesn't have any give, so that's awesome. On this side of the speaker, you have your Soundcore signature branding, and then 4 rubber bumpers so that you can set it down like this and play music. The bottom also has the same kind of rubber bumpers so that you can play music with it standing up like this. Now, the other side also has the Soundcore name, but no bumpers, so there's only one side you can really lay it on. And then the back, you have this massive air port for the drivers to breathe. So whenever you're bumping music, if you put your hand in front of here, you'll feel the air kind of flowing in and out. And I think that's the main reason. First of all, it has good bass, and second of all, that it's not fully waterproof is because they had to have that port for the air to flow in and out rather than completely sealed off. And I actually prefer speakers with this kind of a port because they seem to produce a deeper, more full sounding bass. And I really like that compared to fully waterproof speakers that I have that are completely closed off, and they just don't have the same kind of bass that speakers with this port do. So I love that. It's got this big old handle on the back for carrying it around. The entire package itself weighs 22 pounds is what the package said. So I'm assuming this is nearly 15 to 20 pounds in weight. So it's pretty stout. It's definitely something to carry around like this, and you could do curls with it to work out. It's a pretty good dumbbell. So also on the back here, like I said, you have this handle. You can see there's a bunch of screw holes around this outside here, and honestly, like, it's not the highest quality feeling plastic, but it really feels solid. I'm pretty sure I've sat on this before on top of it, and it has held my weight. It's honestly pretty sturdy, I'll tell you. It doesn't feel hollow in any way. I think this is actually wood. The sides, I think, are wood for helping with that sound. But anyway, on the back here, there's this rubber flap, and it's got a little grippy. Sometimes it's hard to pull out, but you pull like that. This is going to be your waterproof seal, and I like that it doesn't completely fall out. It'll help keep you from losing it, and it's just pretty much, it must have a layer of plastic in the middle because it's firm, but it's coated in rubber along the outside for that waterproof seal. And here are all your ports. This port here on the bottom is going to be your charging port. It says AC in, so it's an AC charger. And then right here are your 2 USB ports for charging your devices, which is awesome. And you can see this one has a little IQ symbol. I'm not sure if you can see it, which means that if you plug your phone in on this USB port, it's going to automatically be able to tell how quickly your phone or whatever device you have plugged in charges, and it's going to put out as much power necessary to charge it as quick as possible. So it basically adapts to whatever device you plug in order to charge it as quickly as possible. And then just another regular USB. Also, you have a microphone input, which is pretty cool, and you get a adjustment on the top for adjusting your mic echo. So when you have the mic plugged in and if you're doing any DJing, you can talk through it and adjust the echo that it does. I'll show you that dial on the top here in a minute. There's a reset button, never used that. And then there's audio in and audio out ports, which is pretty cool, so you can link different speakers. One thing it doesn't have is an auxiliary port, an aux port, which is honestly a pretty big drawback for me. But I know you can get cords that have these two attachments, so you plug these two in and then it turns into an aux port that you can plug your phone or non-Bluetooth device into. But that's one thing to note. I honestly didn't realize that when I bought this. One time I plugged like a regular aux cord into one of these in holes. I forgot which one, but it played music. But when I plugged it in, it did not feel like it was meant to be plugged in there. On the bottom, you just get some information on the power output and different manufacturer things. For that USB IQ power output is 2.4 amps and the regular USB output is 2 amps. Moving to the top, you have another Soundcore brand. So pretty much all sides, on the back says Anker, the two sides say Soundcore, the front says Soundcore, and the top says Soundcore, and even the bottom. They're really pushing their brand out there, and I fully support their brand. I have multiple speakers, and I have some wireless earbuds that I just did a review on. So if you guys want to see reviews on their other products that I personally own and have purchased, go to my channel and search for them there. They're really great, especially for the price. Like I said, this was $200, and I don't think I could have been more happy spending $200 on this. So anyway, power button. This button, I'm not quite sure. It changes your input. So if you have it wired in the back, you can change your input from like Bluetooth to like stereo or whatever. Then your Bluetooth pairing button. This right here is a volume dial, so it has a really nice like fluid motion to it, and it clicks every time you turn it, so that feels really good. And then there's also an LED light that circles around it, which I'll show you in a little bit. So this middle button here is a play and pause. All these buttons also light up. Right here above the power, you can see there's 4 little dots that will light up and tell you your battery life. Skip and previous tracks, so you can change songs, go back and forth. You got your LED light mode button and your bass up button. And then right here is a dial for changing your echo on your microphone. Back up to the top here, you can see we have the bass boost light turned on. Turn that off, back on. Your volume knob, wheel flashes, which is cool. On the face of this speaker, as you can see, this is pretty sweet. Alright, so I'm going to play a little bit of copyright-free music through here so you can see what the party lights look like. There's also a lot more customization that I'm going to show you on my phone through the Soundcore app. And I'm going to scroll through a few different modes, but this is the first mode and this is the party mode where it flashes to the music. Alright, here's the next mode. So that's the rainbow mode. This is just like a pulsing, I think. And in the app you can actually change the color themes of these different modes. So this one's just blue, but you can change the different colors. And then this is another mode. This mode right here is probably my favorite. It changes to the beat, but it's also like not super flashy. that's all of the modes. So do a little bit more on this mode to show you. It's pretty sweet, and then I'm gonna whip out the app on my phone and show you what you can do with that. Now, let's look at this app. Soundcore app. You can see I have their wireless earbuds, and there's the flare. If you want to see a review on this, go to my channel. Today we're looking at the Rave. Now I'm going to connect, and this app on your phone actually allows you to do firmware updates on the speaker itself. So just today I was able to download it. When I opened this app and I connected it, I downloaded a firmware update to my phone, and then it synced it with the speaker, so it updated the speaker, which is actually really neat that it can do that. Right here on the app you get indoor and outdoor equalizing settings, which kind of just changes. It seems like the outdoor, it kind of like pushes the sound harder. It's hard to describe, but you guys can play with it, and that's just really cool. This is the thing that I discovered today. I never even knew. And then you got your bass up, right here, on and off. And it's cool, actually. You can see if you look at the top of the speaker. You guys probably can't see, but the light will turn on and off as I change it on my phone, so it's like real-time synced. And then if we slide over here, there's light controls for like light DJ. So this is pretty cool. I'll show you real quick. It'll tell you what you can do, what all you can do. But it's pretty neat. I like this one. You can go around in circles and control that outer rim of LED lights, and then you can change the color of it as well. So you get different colors, which is sick. Sorry, it's hard to control this while I'm staying in frame with the speaker and the phone. But and then that's the strobe light, just tapping. Basically, there's different sounds that you can tap and add. So I'm gonna do a little thing. Let's go green. Oh, totally messed that up. Let's see. We got that. Go drum. So that's fun to mess with. I think that's cool that you can I like that little outside one. And then there's like get ready, and a scratch. So that's a little fun thing you can play with. And then another really cool thing that I just found on this app, let's see if I can focus it, is it has party games on it. With if you're in this main screen and you slide over, there's these different party games. And look, that's so fun. That's freaking cool. Look at the lights on the speaker. That's so cool. Dang. And so they have Truth or Dare, and then if you go up here in the corner, there's also Spin the Bottle, and Categories, which I don't know what Categories is, but got that. So that's pretty cool. I love that. That's awesome. So yeah, that's a fun little thing that they added in there. Here's another cool thing about customizing your lights. These are the different modes that I went through when I was playing that music. Party mode, rainbow, and this will change on the speaker itself as you change them. And then when you click, say this one, run, and then that little bottom arrow you can change the color theme, and party you can do strobe. You can, okay, so you can turn the things on and off for the party mode. I didn't even see this before. You can turn off the strobe if you don't like that flashing light in the middle, or you can turn off the ones around the drivers or the belt around the edge. But I like to have them all on. So yeah, it's really cool. Definitely dig that customization. I don't use it that much, but it's there if you guys like that. I think it's awesome. I love speakers with lights like this, these portable Bluetooth ones. So there you guys have it, the Soundcore Rave, an amazing Bluetooth portable speaker, 24 hours of playtime, and about that, like, I honestly have not had an issue. 24 hours is a little unrealistic. I haven't tested it and actually timed it, but I'd say if you're playing full volume, you're definitely not going to get 24 hours, maybe 10 hours at full volume, which is still very impressive. Like, just think about the times that you're going to be out away from power and you're going to need to play music for that long straight. I don't think there's ever going to be a time, at least for me, that I'm going to be playing 10 hours of straight music somewhere that I have no power at full volume too. Like, this thing is pretty loud. You don't need it at full volume almost ever. Like, I've never actually played this at full volume other than to just hear how loud it is. And I forgot to talk about sound quality. So sound quality is really good. I always play it with the bass up. Without the bass, I just like bass. I'm kind of a bass head, not like completely, but I listen to music that has bass, a lot of bass, and I love the bass in this speaker. So I have some different size speakers. I have an Altec Lansing Expedition 8, and when I play these side by side, this one's not much quieter, and that thing is big and it's fully waterproof, and it has 8-inch drivers, 2 of them, and then like 2 or 3 tweeters. But this is probably half the size of that, and it compares pretty well with volume, how loud it gets. And another thing, when I play them side by side, I actually noticed that this Soundcore speaker does not have as much clarity as the Altec Lansing Expedition, but I actually really like this for more bass. So if you guys like a really crisp, clear sound, you're probably not going to get that with this speaker, but I just love this speaker for just the amount of bass it pushes, even at lower volumes. Compared to even my Altec Lansing, it seems like with my Altec Lansing, I have to turn it up super loud in order to get that thumping bass, but with this, I'm good at playing low and mid and high volumes and still getting that thumping bass and that deep bass that I really like. So the sound quality is pretty dang great. I really like the way it sounds for parties. I've played it at a party in an apartment living room, and I put it up on a counter up high and played it at probably around half volume. Not like we weren't being super loud with it, just so everyone could hear each other and talk, but it played all night from 8 to 12, and it went down 2 bars. I think I had it fully charged before, so 4 hours of decent volume playing time, and it handled it perfect. It might have even been more than 4 hours. Battery life, I can't complain. 24 hours is probably only at lower volumes, less than half, but even that is impressive for a speaker like this, for how loud, and the lights also makes a difference. had the lights on the whole time at that party, so that definitely affects it. I'm really tempted to get another one of these, but it's weird, and you guys are probably going to come across this problem that they don't really sell them anymore. I don't know, because when I bought this, I had a hard time. They don't sell them on the Soundcore website. You have to get them from Amazon. And Walmart, I think, was going to be carrying these. I remember when they first put these out and announced them, I was looking for like pricing and stuff, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I know Walmart sells the smaller version of these, which is 80 watts, so it's half the power, and they're $150. So for only $50 more, you get twice the power, a bit bigger, more battery life, and but I do think those smaller ones, the 80-watt ones, they're called the Rave Mini, and those ones are completely waterproof. I was tempted to get one of those and this. I just ended up getting this. But anyway, I was looking today online to get another one, and they're out of stock on Amazon, and I honestly don't know if they're going to be back in stock ever. It's just super weird because I've looked multiple times, and when I ordered this on Amazon, or when I wanted to order it, they were like out of stock, and then I looked back a few days later and they had some in stock, and it said there was only like a couple left, so I got one, and that's just like the only place. I don't think Walmart carries them. They do carry Soundcore's other products. It's just so weird with this specific speaker. I don't know what the deal is with their production, or what, like if they're gonna keep making them or not, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad that I got it when I did, and hopefully if the opportunity presents itself, I might get another one. But that's going to wrap it up for the video, guys. If there's something I left out, comment down below. Also comment down below what you think about this speaker, if you have one, if you're looking to get one. Anker Soundcore Rave. I think it's an amazing speaker. For $200, I don't think you can really beat it for how loud, how much bass, the LED lights, the battery life, the water resistance. It's an awesome speaker. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.